Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. The other day I helped to somebody with leaks, and he's got these two letters he can't fix, and I wasn't going to make a video. I just did them for him, and then I thought they're a little bit different cases. So I'm going to draw a rectangle around the S. So the black doesn't leak, evidently the top one. So we're gonna take our Smart Fill tool and fill in this, and you can see the leak. So to find a leak, what I did at first, I'm going to draw another rectangle. Well, I can actually just make this one smaller because we know the top one doesn't leak. And I'm going to take a 2-point line and I'm just going to draw some lines erratically. And I'm going to tip my Smart Fill tool and I'm going to hit that. I either went outside the box or it's got a bad leak. Yep, so there's a leak right there. There's no leak there. There's a leak there. There's a leak there. And some of the other ones are good. So the major leak that I found was this one. Well, now it's working. There, it's inside there. So what I think the problem is, not only can leaks be parts that are like, if you look at this node right here, so we have to take the whole thing and ungroup it. Let's grab the pick tool and then go to group and, well, let's just break the curve apart. Same thing basically in this. You can see that this is a broken line. So at first I was going to fix it, and then I started looking and there's basically multiple lines. So I'm going to take my nudge factor with nothing selected. I'm going to make it 4 inches. And I'm going to grab this copy. I have to take away that. Grab that, I'm going to nudge it down. Look at that. There are 2 lines in a lot of the places. That can cause a leak. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and take away my lines I was using to find the leak. And I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to move it down and see, those aren't connected, so that might not be the leak anyway. So I'm going to take this guy and move it down, and see there's a double line. This is a double line. So what I'm going to do is going to go to object and break the curve apart. And then I'm going to start grabbing little bits of it and move it down. And like that piece right there goes down, that piece right there. That should be, okay. I need that little bitty piece right there, but evidently it's not cooperating. So maybe I have to start with this piece, and let's do that. Let's move that piece down twice. And now let's take this piece and move it down twice. And then we're going to grab this piece and move it down. And then here's the problem, I think, right there, maybe, or maybe right here. Well, there it is right there, maybe. I'm going to take that line and make it red by right clicking the mouse. And then I'm going to move it down. And I'm also going to need one more little bitty piece. You can see right there. Now, a lot of times they won't leak as long as they're touching. But if we can see right here, there's a black and a red line. That can cause a leak. So I'm going to get the virtual segment delete key and delete one of the lines. Now let's kind of put it all back together in using this part and double clicking or double nudging it down. And we got the complete unit. Let's take the rectangle tool and see, you can see the red and black line. Now let's try it. No leaks. It's because of the double lines. So then all you have to do is move this one up there and you're done with that. Now the K was kind of the same thing. I personally like finding, I wish things didn't always have leaks, but I kind of like finding the leaks. So the top part leaks, but the bottom part doesn't. So let's nudge the bottom part over and we'll be done with it. So we know it's the top piece that's leaking. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take that cake. I'm going to get rid of my box. I could either get rid of the box or delete it. And I'm going to go up to object and I'm going to break the curve apart. Well, that got rid of some of my center part. Let me just see, there's the double lines. And, you know, all this is double lines. So let's bring the rectangle tool back in and smart fill it and fill it in. And that's it. No more double lines, no more. So I'm going to take my smart fill. That way I won't have a line. And I'm going to take this, I'm going to just nudge it over twice. Well, that didn't really have any line. So this is what you're going to want to use. So I'm going to Control G to group it. And then I can get rid of all this. Then nudge that back near the other one. Well, you don't want it that close. And that's, so it's, in this case, that's why I decided to make the video. In this case, it was double lines in some of the places. Double lines can occur, you know, when you smart fill, if you have the smart fill tool set on outline, you could have an outline or just the way you traced it. And we're going to go in and fill this in one more time to make sure our theory works. And I'm going to fill that in and fill that in, fill that in and fill that in, and we're good to go. So I've already sent in these files, so I don't need to save them. So think about the next time you got a leak. Is it two broken nodes that aren't touching, or is it a double line? You wouldn't think the double lines normally maybe not right on top of each other like they weren't on this case if you saw when I turned that one red. And so think about the next time you have a leak. I was the one probably started the name leak. That's what it's doing. It's leaking out. So that's why I always draw a box around it, because if you don't draw a box around something that could possibly leak, it's going to go out everywhere past your page and try to find a thing to fill in. The Smart Fill tool acts like it's filling up a water well, and the water well starts to leak in the hole. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.